everybody, and welcome to a first impressions video for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I'm Ben from What Culture, this is Scott from What Culture.
Hello.
Scott has been playing Infinite Warfare for how many hours now?
I've sort of lost count. I mean, we didn't get a pre-release copy, so our options were go down at midnight and try and grab one, go down for whatever shop sells it the first thing you can. I did the latter because I thought I'd get stuck in queues and whatever, so I've played it for about 4 or 5 hours solid. Just to try and get a good
amount of time to get an idea of whether or not you should buy it. We will be having a full review up next week that goes into more detail, but we just wanted to get this video out today to express your feelings so far.
Yes.
So to start with, what's happening in space?
What's happening in space is Jon Snow has gone very evil. He's in charge. I know. Right. So he's in charge of a bunch of dudes called the SDF, the Settlement Defense Force. And turns out that, when humanity left the Earth to go and try and colonize other planets, Jon Snow was there to form a whole bunch of rebellious dudes, and they're just your main enemies.
So Kit Harington is in it?
Yes.
Now, normally they go above and beyond in terms of buying big names to go into these games. Have you seen any more big names in there? Who else have you seen?
You might have already heard about Conor McGregor's in there. You have former UFC champion Conor McGregor's in there. Okay. Because the link between Kit Harington and Conor McGregor, let me know in the comments if there's something in there. I have no idea how that links in.
Facial hair.
They've both got facial hair. They didn't get us in, and we've got facial hair.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
Next year. Anyway, Conor McGregor's in there. He's Jon Snow's right. I'm going to call him Jon Snow. He's Jon Snow's right-hand man. Okay. He knocks you out at the beginning. He just does it. That's what they get him for.
Of course he does.
There's also Lewis Hamilton's in there. F1 driver, maybe X. I don't follow F1. Lewis Hamilton, he's in there as well. Right. You know it's him because he's got his red hat on. That's how you can tell.
He actually wears his hat.
Oh yeah. He's not in the campaign yet, but I know he's in there. They advertise there. He's on the PR. He's on Facebook. He's got his little red hat on. That's how you know it's Lewis Hamilton. Who else wears a red hat?
What was
Bart
that?
Simpson? No.
He doesn't have facial hair.
He doesn't have facial hair.
Exactly.
Actually, sometimes he does. He has some little stubble stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, sometimes.
So could well be
Facial hair, casting call.
Infamously, the trailer was not the best received.
It was despised. That and Ghostbusters.
I actually have the figures as
go on.
this morning.
I checked them this morning.
This morning. So
the morning.
The upvotes. That's very good, actually.
Thank you.
I enjoyed that. 547,853 upvotes. That's not bad. That's a lot of upvotes for a video that's had about 4 million views. Downvotes, 3,333,275. Are those warranted? Is the
no, right, okay. The thing is, and you're going to hate this, because if you look on YouTube, any video that has something negative in the title has been getting a hell of a lot of views and a lot of hits because a lot of people just want to hate on this. That's fine. People like a target. Whatever, it's kind of, it's 2016. Point being, the game itself is fine. The game itself plays very, very well. The graphics are absolutely stunning. It's going to be one of the best looking games this side of Uncharted 4.
Really? So if you compare it to Battlefield in terms of visuals, how does it stack up?
Right next to it. If not, the facial animation's better. The cutscenes are definitely better. I mean, we got a taste of it back in Advanced Warfare, Kevin Spacey's animation and Troy Baker and the way that they looked in the cutscenes. It was a noticeable step up. Halo did the same thing, but the way that it plays is totally fine. It's very much a continuation of Black Ops 3, which is obviously going to annoy a lot of people. They have grounded a few aspects of it. The campaign itself isn't as ridiculous. Yeah. It's not about mind jacking into different soldiers and not even being human and whatever. It is about humanity's foray into the stars and what would that actually be like to some degree, in terms of the aesthetics and the ships and stuff. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people want to hate it because they are going down a Halo route, and I'll get into the Halo comparisons in a sec. Okay. But objectively, totally fine. It's pretty solid. My negatives only come from series fatigue and it's the same stuff again. Okay. But it does that same stuff better than the vast majority of the competition.
Right. So obviously it's in space, as we.
It is in space.
Another famous game in space, Halo.
Yes.
There are some similarities there, I understand.
There are some ridiculous similarities. When it opens up, you've got an operatic score in the background, very Halo style. The opening shot is of a planet. It's very Mass Effect, actually, but the opening shot is very much of planets and star systems. The force that you work for are called the UNSA, and in Halo, they're called the UNSC. Right. They even have the same three first words. United Nations Space. In Halo, it's Command or something, and it's Alliance in COD. Right. They're very obviously trying to rein in the sci-fi crowd, and as a sci-fi lover, I can go with that.
Yes.
But it does quote unquote betray what you would assume from a Call of Duty game.
Does it still not do the thing where it's press square to get into and launch your spacecraft.
Very rarely. Not as much, to be honest. It is in there, but there's nothing as bad. I mean, I'm going back a couple of games, but there's nothing as bad as press X to pay respects from Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, okay.
There's none of that stuff. In fact, there's a few things that you can tell they've listened to, like the main criticisms of COD's campaigns tended to be like, oh, all you do is follow the waypoint. You know, follow this guy, kill this guy, go here, hold square or hold X, do this thing. They've changed a lot of that. Well, not changed a lot. They've changed a few of those things up to try and streamline it a bit. They've removed a lot of the HUD markers, so you sort of feel a bit more, stress when you're in like a battle area. It's just like make your way towards like the evacuation point or whatever, and you know that it's like over there somewhere, and you kind of get there like in a variety of paths through the level.
Okay, that's good. Talk to me about the multiplayer then. Have you played much of that?
Yeah, about 2-3 hours. The multiplayer, I mean. It's at this stage, like, you know, we've got Battlefield 1, we've got Titanfall 2, Overwatch, Doom. Like, online multiplayer is spawn, try and find your enemies, get shot from behind, respawn, do it again. Call of Duty does that faster than everybody else, and it's very much spawned the title of a Twitch shooter. Blanket statement. Being good at Call of Duty is being the fastest at holding those two buttons as fast as possible. Hence why every single gun, and all the people who play Call of Duty seriously, whatever, all have quick draw mods on their guns. So they can tap the left trigger and it'll pop up as fast as possible. It's fine. But they haven't changed the core mechanics or anything really.
Okay,
so it's very much
you died a lot is what you're telling me.
I died a lot is what I'm telling you.
Right, okay, so just bitter then.
Just disregard all of that. If you get the Legacy Edition, you can get Modern Warfare Remastered, which is a gorgeous remaster. I mean, they've added a few animations to smooth over some things, like the opening scene with the leader who gets executed, I forget his name, but they've added a bunch more animations to him, just that sort of thing. The graphics are the big thing that gets the update. I mean, if we're completely honest, we're 9 years on now, and Call of Duty's engine is rock solid. It's been rock solid since 2007. It's only been minor things they've added. Like, I mean, we've got wall running, we've got like boost slides, but for the vast majority, it's the same thing. So if you're going back to Modern Warfare, especially the remastered version, all you want is touched up graphics, and that's completely what it nails. It looks gorgeous.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, wrapping up, people who are thinking about buying it and haven't bought it yet, obviously it is release day today. What would you say to them? Is there one final thing they need to take away from?
So far, the campaign's incredibly solid. I think the bottom line is that it's just nowhere near as bad as people thought it was going to be, or some of you guys wanted it to be. I know that obviously, there's a lot of hate around it. It's just not that bad. It plays very, very well. Like at this stage, the amount of money that's gone into it has afforded them the ability to play test it, so it's incredibly smooth. I haven't come across a single bug, glitch, or anything. Like I said, it's dripping in wealth. Like you can tell it's the most expensive franchise going in gaming.
Yeah. That was the Activision alarm.
You can just tell that it's absolutely dripping in money. Every single aspect of it is just smoothed over. It's a very solid playing campaign. It might be one of the first CODs in years to have a really good, recommendable campaign. They've been pretty forgettable for a while now. I mean, I would recommend Kevin Spacey's one, the Advanced Warfare one. Black Ops 3 was just like a total mess. This is fun. If you're the kind of person who buys Call of Duty for a roller coaster thrill ride and the campaign, totally recommend it. Multiplayer is very much more of the same. But yeah, if you know that you like Call of Duty's multiplayer, it's very much more of the same. If you're up for the campaign stuff and you like seeing Jon Snow in this like cackling sort of villain, and he pops up a few times across the campaign, have fun with it. Right. I would recommend it if you know that you like Twitch shooters and you get satisfaction out of playing games that rely on reaction times, because that is very much what the multiplayer is at this point.
Well, for more on Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and the full review, which you'll be doing next week,
as soon as possible.
Check back to What Culture Gaming. I've been Ben from What Culture Gaming. This has been Scott from What Culture Gaming, and thank you for watching.